It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. On this, the 22nd day of June, I was sitting chatting with my guest this morning. I almost missed the show. We're sitting there just talking away, and I just barely got it started on time here. So, anyway, welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. Of course, today our main topic is going to be casino loyalty programs. Today is National Chocolate Eclair Day, folks. You know what to do about that. Go find a chocolate eclair. I would love to do that myself today. That's one of my favorites. Not a whole lot going on in the way of cruise ship sailings today, and everything has to do with Alaska. From Seattle, the new Amsterdam land packages get underway. Up in Vancouver, you've got the Grand Princess and the Zuiderdam both sail cruises today. They also have land packages starting today. The Star Breeze also has a cruise sailing from Vancouver today, and the land package starting in Vancouver, as the Noordam also has a land package starting from Vancouver. In Anchorage, Seven Seas Mariner sails, Viking Orion sails, Majestic Princess land package, Zuiderdam land package, New Amsterdam land package, and Grand Princess land packages all get underway today. In Fairbanks, Majestic Princess, New Amsterdam, Grand Princess, and Royal Princess land packages. And out in Honolulu, the Pride of America has the land packages starting today. All right, in addition to our talk about casino loyalty programs this morning, a couple things in the news today. So the headlines are a cruise line that's dropping pre-cruise testing. We knew it was coming. Ritz-Carlton Inaugural delayed again. An A&K Travel Group revealed as purchaser of Crystal cruise ships. And Tropical Storm Celia expected to be a hurricane in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we'll talk about that. If you're listening via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or anywhere where you get your podcasts from. All the big guys, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Pandora, Podchaser, all those things. And my son just popped in behind me.
Who are you talking to?
Said, I'm on the air, Dad.
Oh. I brought the THC tank. You want me to swap it out?
The THC, what's that?
Pot.
Oh, yeah, right.
The pot tank. I'll swap your oxygen for pot.
Oh, sure, go right ahead.
Don't tell the feds.
Go right ahead.
I'd stick around, but I've just realized my worst nightmare when he does this show, he doesn't wear pants. Bye.
Thanks, Jay. That's the son, Jason Falls, who popped in the house unexpectedly. I was expecting it. So, all right. Anyway, my guest today is became a really good friend, Sue Sherer. She's from up there near Buffalo. She and her husband Barry were table mates of mine on Quantum of the Seas in Alaska. We did some palling around on the ship. We went up on the tram and Juneau together. I just had a lot of fun. So, with no further ado, let me introduce you guys to Sue Sherer. Sue, welcome to Chillie Chats. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay. My first question, I know you and Barry go on a number of free or reduced price cruises that you get from casino loyalty programs on several different cruise lines. So let's start with just Royal Caribbean since we were on that. How did you guys get started doing this, and what does somebody need to do to head in that direction?
Well, we actually got our first cruise as a land-based casino offer. Our home-based Seneca casinos gave us a certificate for a free cruise. My husband had never been on a cruise before, so we were like, why not? Let's try it. We went. He loved it. Freedom of the Seas was our first ship. It was great. While we were on that one, we played in the casino. Now, mind you, we only play slot machines and usually penny slots. You get many more points for slot machines than you do on table games. So I got 2,500 points. My husband got 2,500 points. That entitled us to a free interior room apiece. So we won 2 cruises. Or we could combine those and upgrade to either an ocean view or a balcony, depending on what offer they had available. The 2,500 points also entitled us to free drinks in the casino for the entire year. I do believe Royal Caribbean's loyalty program runs May 1st until October 3rd. Or no, I'm sorry, it's April 1st until
March 31st.
March 31st. I knew what I meant. Since then, it has just snowballed. We have done 44 cruises in the last, well, we had to take a break for COVID. So since 2018, we've done 44 cruises. We have not paid for a single cruise.
Wow. When you first started back on Freedom of the Seas, how much money did you invest and how much money did Barry invest? How much the two of y'all put up to start this?
When we got on the ship, we took $1,000 with us. We figured that was gambling budget, but that was also our budget for shore excursions, or because I don't like a bill when I come home. I don't charge anything. I take cash with me. I never room charge in the casino because it's too easy to lose a lot of money. So we took $1,000 with us. We came home with $1,300 and we did 3 shore excursions. And we got 2 free cruises.
Well, anyway you add that up, it works out well.
Oh, yeah.
So now, how many cruise lines have you now spread this out to?
Now, the loyalty program, they actually share, the casinos share with other casinos on other cruise lines. So we did get an offer from Norwegian, which we took the Norwegian Bliss up to Alaska. And that was in 2018. Yes, 2018. And recently we just went on Norwegian Encore. That was another comp cruise. Now, Norwegian's comp program is a little bit different. They will only occasionally send you something in the mail, and they don't give you an instant certificate when you get off the ship. Where Royal Caribbean, when you score your points, you get your instant certificate. You will either get an interior for 2,500 points, an ocean view for 3,600 points, a balcony for 4,800 points, a junior suite for 8,000 points, or a master suite or a grand suite for 25,000 points.
Okay.
25,000 points, you're going to spend a lot of money. You're going to do a lot of gambling because it's $5 a point through the machine. Not $5 out of pocket, $5 through the machine.
Okay.
Norwegian, you have to basically contact them and say, hey, I want to take a cruise. What can you do for me? But I found a place called URComped, the letter U, the letter R, Comped. They deal with Royal Caribbean, Virgin, MSC, Princess, and Celebrity. Through them, just because of my play with Royal Casino, they offered me an 11-day celebrity cruise in January, and that cost me $280. We just got off of a Virgin cruise with them that cost me $140. And I just booked another Virgin cruise out of Barcelona, Spain, because Royal Caribbean sent me a cruise out of Barcelona, Spain, and I wanted to go back to back. So I just booked another one through them to go for 2 weeks between Royal Caribbean and Virgin. Cost me under $500.
Wow. That's just, that's
We spend less on a
mind-boggling.
cruise than we do to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got off Virgin.
Yes.
I haven't talked to you about that since we were together last. What did you think of Scarlet Lady?
Oh, the Scarlet Lady was nothing short of phenomenal. There was only 900 on board, which was great. No children allowed on that ship, which is another thing that my husband and I personally enjoy, because we see a lot of things we shouldn't see on a cruise ship with neglect of children. But the Scarlet Lady was very high tech. I mean, you didn't have to get out of bed to close your curtains. You have an iPad to do all of that for you. The service was great. All the food is specialty dining, and it is free. You just choose your restaurant, make your reservations every night. They had this funky concept called the test kitchen. My steak was absolutely delicious. All the appetizers, weird but tasty. I'm glad I did it. What a great experience. The minute I stepped off of the Scarlet Lady, I went to the casino host and I said, look, I want to book another one. She says, we don't have a loyalty program in place, but if you go back through URComped, she says, we will make sure you get hooked up on it, a back-to-back or a suite and a back-to-back or better. Okay, so I contacted URComped, and that's how I got the one out of Barcelona.
That's just unbelievable, Sue. Good heavens. All right. How long do you guys gamble? I mean, you and I were together, the three of us were together a bunch of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how long do you guys spend in the casino?
After the shows in the evening, we go to the casino, or if it's a rainy day, sea day, we'll go in the afternoon. But as a rule, we get up in the morning, we do our breakfast, we go out on the deck, unless we're in port, then we go out for the day, come back, have dinner, do our shows, then go to the casino. If we're winning, or as I call it, able to play, where I'm not feeding constant money into the machine, then I'll stay and play until they close the casino. If I'm not winning, there's nights that I'm only in the casino for 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. So it all depends on how the machines are, because we only play slots. We don't play tables. And if they're letting us play, if I walk in the casino and I win $1,000, I'm going to give that $1,000 back. I'm not about taking their money. I'm about getting my points so I can get my free cruises. I don't mind spending $1,000 a week on a cruise in the casino. That's between my husband and myself. We'll each spend $500, because every time we've gone, it's very, very rare that we've walked off a cruise without a free cruise offer. And then we get free cruise offers that just come in the mail just because.
That's just, to me, it's just mind-boggling. Really
Well, I told you, I've got a junior suite available just for you, Chillie. It's got your name on it in September, because we do bring people with us, because we have so many cruise offers we just don't use.
I tell you what, I'm going to have to look at my schedule now and see if I can't figure out how to do that. I've never stayed in a suite before.
Oh, they're
All
beautiful.
the years I've cruised, I've never stayed in a suite.
Oh, you'll love it. You get a walk-in closet, and the showers are bigger with a bathtub, and they're wonderful.
I can see me doing that now. Okay. What's the difference between a slot machine and like the video poker machines?
Video poker is just basically video poker, just like you would play on your phone or your tablet. You get less points for playing video poker, because that has a little bit of skill required for it. Slot machine, it's a no-brainer. You hit the button, you either win or you lose. As you're playing, you've got to remember it takes $5 in play to get 1 point.
Okay.
So For example, my husband and I are both master level players on Royal Caribbean, which means we both have 100,000 points last year that we accumulated throughout the course of the year. That means we've put $1 million through the machine. We never take more than $1,000 on a 7-day cruise. So there's no way we spent $1 million out of pocket. Last year, our entire cruise budget of money that we spent that came out of our pocket was almost $11,000, and we did 27 cruises.
27 cruises
Mm-hmm.
for $11,000.
Yes.
For the two of you.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I can spend $11,000 and do like
Yeah.
2
Because
cruises.
yeah. When you get your
Holy
cruises, when you get your free cruises, all you're paying are taxes, port fees, and gratuities. And with Celebrity and Virgin, you don't pay gratuities. Gratuities are something, if you want to tip the crew, you tip the crew. If you want to tip your waiter, you tip, because you never have the same wait staff. There's no main dining room. So you never tip your wait staff. So if you want to tip them, you tip them nightly. If you want to tip your cabin steward, you do. But because the prices are higher on those, on Celebrity, Princess Cruise, and Virgin, your gratuities are already included in the price of the cruise. But I get the cruise for free. So I always make sure that I take gratuity money with me.
Yeah. We totally agree on that one. So I do the same thing. What's your next adventure?
We're going to be taking off to Bermuda on the 20th of August.
Okay.
Now with the two that I back-to-back that I booked out of Spain, we're not going to be home until October 2nd. We will be cruising that entire time. Going from ship to ship. Some Royal Caribbean, and then, most of them are Royal Caribbean. Then we have a Virgin in there as well.
That's just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
I think the best offer I've gotten is through the last one that came from Royal Caribbean. It's on their new ship, Wonder of the Seas, out of Barcelona. It cost me $218. That's for both of us, not a piece. $218 for a 7-day sailing. We are given $1,000 in free play for in the casino, $250 onboard credit, which will cover my gratuities. They are giving us shore excursions. We are allowed to choose up to 4, and we are getting a private tour guide with all of those. This is something that they're only offering to their master level players. We're going to get free specialty dining. We get priority boarding because of our casino play. We get Chops Grill when we walk on the ship. We don't pay for it. The casino gives that to us. We have gotten thousands of dollars in artwork that the casino has given to us. What I've gotten in return for what I've spent more than outweighs the money that I've put into it.
Wow, that's just fantastic. Well, Sue, I can't thank you enough for doing this. We've tried to do this now since, we left Alaska. And finally, we're able to get together with a day when both of us were available. So
it was great sailing with you.
For bringing some information back to my audience and to me. So
if anybody has any questions, they can feel free to look me up on Facebook. I'm under Sue Sherer. Just send me a message request because I'll be more than happy to answer any questions, because I know a lot of people are new to gambling, and if you take the time to do it right, you're not going to sit there and lose a fortune. Everybody's like, yeah, I know they're losing $10,000 and $15,000 a cruise. No, we don't have that kind of money. We're average working people.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And I got a cruise with your name on it.
I'm going to go. I'm going to look at my calendar as soon as I get off the show today, too. All right, Sue. Thanks a bunch, and hopefully we'll get together again real soon.
You take care, Chillie. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. That's Sue Sherer. That was lovely. Wow. I'm amazed. I was amazed when I talked to them on the cruise. I'm still amazed at what they're able to do. That's just fantastic. All right. I'll be back with a couple news stories after a word from one of our network sponsors. All right, the first news story today, folks, has to do with a subject that's, we've talked about several times, and that's the pre-cruise testing. Well, P&O Cruises, they're over there in UK. That's a UK-based cruise line. It's owned by Carnival, but they have temporarily removed the testing mandate for one ship. Carnival Corporation-owned cruise line operates cruises mainly from the UK, where the government removed entry requirements to come into the UK back in March. By removing the testing requirements for one vessel for a limited amount of time, the cruise line hopes to create a basis to expand the no testing situation throughout their entire fleet. In a letter to their guests, P&O Cruises announced it would remove the need to get tested before a cruise on board the Iona. Fantastic, popular ship. Excellence class cruise ship. This would be for a limited time from the 25th of June through the 23rd of July. If you're booked on one of those 5 voyages, folks, you don't have to have the pre-cruise testing if you're vaccinated. Now, that's one of the things that was pointed out during this that I wasn't aware of, and it does ease my mind a little. Any guest considered fully vaccinated will no longer need to purchase or take the antigen test before boarding the ship. If they're fully vaccinated, the lack of entry restrictions in the UK leaves space for P&O to remove that mandate. The cruise line is only removing the testing for vaccinated guests. Any non-vaccinated guests will still need to adhere to testing requirements. That includes guests over the age of 12. Guests age 16 and over will also need to have a booster shot if more than 270 days have passed since the final dose. Iona is sailing on a series of short cruises, which all have the same itinerary, which gives the cruise line the chance to evaluate each voyage and see if there is a basis for expanding the policy to other ships in the fleet. I'm sorry, that's an improvement, folks, over what I thought it was going to be. All right. There's yet another delay in the Ritz-Carlton's ocean-going brand, the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection. This news came less than 2 weeks after the line announced that its ship, Evrima, had successfully completed sea trials. The new cruise line has been forced to push the debut date back numerous times. It was initially scheduled to launch in early 2020. This time, Ritz-Carlton says the delay is due to a prolonged metalwork strike in Spain. The protests have impacted the ship's finishing process, so the line has now pushed back the inaugural voyage from August 6th to August 31st out of Piraeus, Greece. All right, here's another one that we've talked about several times. Finally, A&K Travel Group, the pioneering travel company owned by Jeffrey Kent and Heritage, the industrial holding company chaired by Manfredi Lefevre Davidio, has acquired the cruise vessels Crystal Serenity and Crystal Symphony. The ships were bought for a total of $128 million. The 2 ships will resume service in 2023 after undergoing extensive refurbishment and will operate under the Crystal Cruises brand that's also been acquired by A&K Travel. Manfred Lafite Lefevre DeVideo, the former owner of Silver Seas Cruises, will be co-chairman of the A&K Travel Group. 35 years ago, his family purchased Sitmar Cruises, building 3 of the first purpose-built cruise ships. That pioneered a new way of cruising. His co-chairman will be longtime friend and business partner, Jeffrey Kent, founder, co-chairman, and CEO of Abercrombie Kent. Crystal Cruises and Abercrombie and Kent will report to Christina Levis, CEO of A&K Travel Group Limited. V-Ships Leisure will continue to run the ships. And finally, folks, Tropical Storm Celia that's out off the coast of Mexico. As a matter of fact, it is about 310 miles southwest of Zihuatanejo. Couldn't get it out. Maximum sustained wind currently 45 miles an hour. It's moving west-northwest at 13 miles an hour. Pressure's 1,004 and dropping. The main thing about this, folks, is that it's not going anywhere. Now, it's expected tonight, maybe tomorrow, to gain enough strength to become a hurricane, Category 1. And then it's going to get into cooler waters and probably just knock it right back down. And it doesn't look like it's going to impact land anywhere. But it will be another hurricane. It'll be the second one out there in the Pacific. So, that's the news for this morning. Now let's hop over. Hot Air Tom, I understand, is listening via his headset and started on the airplane and has probably landed and maybe has gotten his luggage by now. He's up in Boston today. Nikki's with us. By the way, folks, if all goes well and nothing happens between now and then, on Sunday, about lunchtime, I'm going to hop into Jacksonville, Florida, and have a little sushi with Nikki and Roger in Jacksonville on my way driving to Miami. Katie's with us. Cindy's with us. Hi, Cindy. Lizzie Lou's with us. Hi, Lizzie. Roger and I are, Nikki said, Roger and I are watching you on the phone with a cellular connection. Our cable is out. Ooh, sorry about that. Prim Travels is with us. Put some pants on, Chillie. Yeah, he's full of crap. I got pants on, folks. Yeah, my son is a pain in the butt. No, I have pants on. So, because there's, Julie's kids are with Jason. I'm not going to run through the house naked with kids in the house. Not to mention my sister and brother-in-law and my niece. Oh, well. Katie said he's funny. Yep. Sonny says, pants on what? I can't believe you guys are making a highlight out of him saying I got no pants on. Here, you want me to stand up and show you? I mean, see, there's pants under there. To my big fat belly. Anyway, so, we have been photobombed, huh, Mike? Photobombed again. Let me get rid of these, block user. And another one. Wow, haven't had that happen for a while. Any news yet on CDC? Yeah, just on the only news coming from the end of that is what P&O did, but nothing out of CDC yet, Ken. Emily's with us. Hi, Em. Cloudy and rainy. It's going to be in the 90s again here today. Sunny and 90 in Pennsylvania. We'll take it. You don't have a shovel to have to shovel that. Yeah, that's true. Love your t-shirt. Thank you. Just tried to send Chillie a message about the troll spammer and reported it to YouTube. Thank you, Bonnie. Katie reported it too. Thank you. Well, don't know gambling could do all this. Very nice. You know, Sonny, I mean, I started picking up on this on Navigator when I was with another person that does much the same thing. And I've had her on. She's been in Europe for like a month, and that's all from. She plays video poker, which isn't even the best way to go. But by then I'd learned a little bit when I was on Navigator from her, and then I come right back and I'm at the same table with Sue and Barry, and started picking up on what they're doing. And I was with them a lot during that cruise, so I know. Of course, they were in the casino at times that I'm in bed asleep. Of course, I understand that too. But still, wow, they've turned it into a science. I'm telling you, folks. Bonnie says, I'm glad to know they only spend a certain amount. My friend Nancy lost a lot of money in the casino on a cruise. She also won a lot. Yeah, they put strict controls on it, because I've been through a couple days with them where they were losing. They weren't hitting anything. So they weren't in the casino very much at all. And then all of a sudden they both had a good night. And, so that was different. Cindy says, I get discounts on NCL through casinos at sea since I'm platinum with Caesars based on credit card. This is a great way of getting free cruises through my retirement. Yeah, I completely agree. Such good value to gamble. Thanks, Sue, for this knowledge. Me too. I've learned a lot about this. I'm glad you guys. I was fascinated. I had a feeling you guys would respond to this. Great interview, Chillie. Very helpful. I always wondered about the casino. I heard rumors that you could get a free cruise when you gamble. Yeah, and without spending a whole ton of money. I mean, let's face it. $500. You set aside $500 and go after it. Wow. I am cheap. I like playing slots, but will only spend about $100, no more. Well, yeah, this is a whole different. You're trying to do a different thing, Katie, which is why you gotta look at a little bit more money. Katie, I'm like you. Would never put aside $500 for the casino. Would rather get a few shore excursions. Well, keep in mind, they take $500 for their gambling and their shore excursions. They don't charge anything. So, whatever shore excursions they're taking for the cruise comes out of that amount of money. It just that was the thing that also, just blew me away. Where'd he go? Robin might limit also. At the casino, we donate 100. That's enough. You had a big win on a recent cruise. Yes, Christmas cruise won $1,700. I guess if I had a big win on a cruise ship, I would definitely spend more money. But every time, I guess you get to start someplace. Bonnie says, my friend Nancy likes casinos and gambling. On her first cruise with me, she won a progressive slot jackpot. Wow. But I've also seen her lose a lot too. I had to pay her folio once. She paid me back. Yeah, I hate those when you you lose control. That's the part that makes it bad. Emma's with us. I lost track of where I was, folks. Sorry about that. Getting out of bed in the morning for a big gamble is not for me. No free cruise. Congrats, Katie. Tom, let us know if you see some whales. Hi, Emma. We're having a heat wave here in the UK, expected to be the hottest temperature in 40 years. Wow. Yeah, it's a little warm here, too. Katie says, everybody's saying hello to Emma. Good to see Emma. And she's responded back. How do we send Sue Sherer a message? Send me a message, Sonny, and I'll send you her information, or you can look her up on Facebook, and send her a message that way. Emma says I'm rewinding so I don't miss out on the good information. I heard the UK can get hot, stay hydrated. Tomorrow we're expecting a high temperature of 102. Wow, down in Jacksonville. 102 down there, that's pretty warm. My cousin in Chicago told me it was 100 yesterday. Yeah, it was over 100 up at John's place in Minnesota, too. Super hot here, too, in Florida. The cruise line makes a lot of money from the casino. They can afford to give free cruises because they make a ton of dollar from casino losers. Well, that's certainly true, but it's certainly some people have developed a science of doing it without getting hurt. And Sue is one of the people that has done it, has figured out a way of doing it. And Rochelle's the other one that's been over there for a month in Europe. So yeah, I'm totally amazed by what they do. And if I get a chance to go on Wonder the Seas, I have no idea if I fit on my schedule, but I'm sure going to check and see because I haven't been on that ship yet either, too. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. As you know, my son is here since he came in claiming that I have no pants on. So I'm going to head out to the pool here as soon as I get the show processed and spend some time with Jason and Julie and her kids while they're here. So that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. As always, I'll see everybody back here same time, same place tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all meet on the high seas. This is the old fat travel guy. Have a fabulous day.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry, so if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.